What's up, Music Coast? This is Dustin.
And this is Kevin.
And Casey.
And we're the band Cydeways.
Right on. Cydeways has a unique sound of blending alternative, reggae, and pop punk. Can you talk about how this hybrid sound developed and who and what were your major influences?
Basically, I think we all grew up on Sublime. That's just the obvious one. I was a big hip-hop guy growing up, all like the 90s hip-hop, Tropical Quest. The Far Side, obviously our name comes from that a little bit. And then with the pop punk, I think we're all big fans of Blink-182. I think we all kind of grew up on that. You might have more to say for guitar stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was always a big fan of Sum 41, Fountains of Wayne, Bowling for Soup. I was a big Mark Tremonti fan when I was a kid, guitar-wise.
Deep cuts only.
Yeah. Yeah, name 3 songs you can't.
And then Casey's is probably just Travis Barker.
Smash Mouth would be that's my go-to. Yeah.
He's a big Smash Mouth guy.
Deep cuts only.
Yeah.
Right on. And with your recent move to Santa Barbara, how has the West Coast influenced your music style compared to your earlier work?
We've been in Santa Barbara for quite some time. I moved to Los Angeles when I was 22. I think I've been there for about 10 years now. I always had a reggae influence. There was a lot of bands around the Boston area, like Giant Panda and John Brown's Body, and then we would go see Slightly Stupid shows all the time. So I think it kind of is the same. I just felt like California was probably the place for it, and that's kind of why I made the move out here. And these guys are both from California.
Yeah, born and raised, so.
Born and raised, Diamond Bar, where are you from?
Yeah, from Northern California by San Francisco.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And your collaborations with artists and groups like Pepper have been notable. What do you look to collaborate with as like a key factor with artists before going into it?
Like,
what makes you want to collaborate with certain people?
oh, okay. I think
Kaleo's the most handsome guy on the planet, so we had to go with that. Definitely.
Kaleo's a handsome devil.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think basically, like, obviously people we were fans of, and then when you get to meet them, it's kind of like you have more of a connection, and then the song has more of a purpose to you. But there's definitely artists that we haven't met yet that would probably be an awesome collab. But yeah, I guess Pepper was our kind of first big one.
Yeah. G-Love.
And then we got G-Love, which G-Love is just awesome. We love G-Love. Yeah. And then, we'll have a couple more on our new record.
Sweet. And can you discuss the experience with signing with Law Records and how the partnership impacted your music career?
Yeah, basically, I was friends with the drummer of Iration, Joe D, for a little while, and he recommended me to Yasad, and I always knew of Law Records, so we went down, me and Casey went down to meet Yasad, actually here in this area, right on the pier, right?
Yeah.
Met with Yasad, he loved the music, and we basically signed there on the spot, which was a trip for us because we've been listening to Pepper forever, and a goal of mine was to get on Law Records, which is really cool for me. And I remember leaving that restaurant we were at with Yasad, me and Casey were like, damn, that's a fucking trip. You know? So
right.
It was pretty cool, and much love to them. We're still on the label, and we love everything about them.
Sweet. And you've described your music as having a no loyalty to a single genre. Can you explain this philosophy behind this and how it shapes your creative process?
Yeah,
Tough question.
yeah, that's a tough question. I think we don't have a specific genre. I think we have like a lot of influences that, we're not even really a reggae band. We have a hint of it, but we're a very alternative kind of rock band, but we love hip hop and we love, whatever comes out is kind of like the song that you're just kind of feeling right then and there. And you can't really put a label on it, I guess.
And I feel like our upcoming record we don't have a release date yet, but our forthcoming record really like showcases that even more, which we're really fired up about. That was definitely like a goal.
Yeah, I think on this one, we basically found exactly what we're going for.
Sweet. And what inspired We Won't Run? And what made you want your listeners to take away from that?
Doesn't like cardio.
That's it. We hate cardio. No, I think we had this idea. Me and my buddy Dana had the beat, and then we sent it over to Kaleo, and I didn't even write anything over it yet. And we just sent it to him, and he came up with the hook. without like anything that I had done on the song. So he just came up with that hook, and I kind of just went off what he was saying, and it kind of turned a little political. We're not really a political band, but yeah, it just kind of went off of him, and it felt like just kind of a powerful song, and so he pretty much started that one up.
Okay. And your debut album had so many different styles, and you guys talk about how, you know, you're not really a genre specific band and everything. What was the challenges, if any, that you guys faced when creating that album?
That one, basically, we like didn't know what the fuck we were doing, I think, and we kind of just like were writing shitty songs that we thought were good, and that was a big mix of genres. I mean, I don't even know about that one.
Are we talking about
I think it's the lizard one.
the name house? Yeah, talk about a pile of dog shit. Yeah, the lizard one. That one. Yeah, I had kind of joined the band like when that was halfway through.
Right.
Yeah, that one was a trip. I like it. There's some bangers on that one.
Yeah, there's two we still play. Sun Goes Down was one of them, and Ocean, and then everything else we don't ever play. But
don't touch that.
Everyone asked to run, Benny, run.
that one was kind of like our debut into the world a little bit, but it was just like us fucking around. Like we didn't really know our sound or genre. We just kind of wrote what was happening at the time, and I don't ever listen to it.
You shouldn't either.
Yeah, don't check that one out if you're gonna look us up.
And with tracks like Gold and California Castaway, are there any personal experiences that feed into these themes?
I guess for California Castaway it's kind of like based on that I moved from the other side of the country, from Boston to Los Angeles, and it's kind of like you feel like you're like lost and you don't know where you're going. I guess that's kind of the theme of the song. With Gold, I don't know. That's just kind of like a fun party song.
Yeah, that one just kind of came together. Yeah.
Yeah, that one, we had help from Dave from the Dirty Heads and Jungle Josh on that one. And yeah, that's they like playing that song. I don't like it, but
Yeah, I love playing Gold. That's what that was.
no, it's a good song. I'm just sick of playing it.
Yeah.
But no, it's a cool like upbeat song where California Castaway is more of like an alternative rock song. That was probably our first alternative rock song we put out there. And yeah, we'll be playing it actually both tonight.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Just trying to.
And as performers and recording artists, how do you balance studio work and live performances, especially considering the energy and dynamics of your live shows?
Take that one.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that's been a challenge, not necessarily a challenge for us this year, but this is probably true for a lot of artists, is like, for the last 18 months, we've been on the road a lot. We've been doing a lot of touring with Iration, Modest Yahoo. So just finding time to write and be creative while still, being busy. Dusty's really good at that. Good at staying on the ball and writing. Yeah. But that's been, I think, has been sort of a challenge, and just kind of keeping the ball rolling while you're busy. I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely. And there
Poetry.
a lot of yeah, that was well.
Yeah, I don't know.
So well spoken. And a lot of songs do come from the road too, like just a couple chords, and like No Loyalty was written on the bus, and just things like that, just influences. Then when we get home, I usually kind of crack down and try and start writing any influence that I had on the road.
Is there any advice that you guys would like to give to young artists that are coming out who are influenced by you guys specifically?
Yeah, I basically like. What is it? Drink up?
Drink up, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drink a lot because it's hard. Yeah, basically, like you have to really enjoy it to like go through with it, because it can be a nightmare. But I would say practice, put out good music, and you just got to believe in it, because no one else is going to believe in you. Anything else for you?
Yeah, I think a big one for all of us as a band, all of us individually, I think it's just about being persistent, and it's an endurance game. You know what I mean? So like Dusty was saying, believe in yourself, have your vision. Dustin in particular has been, had the vision of Cydeways for 10 years or more.
Yeah.
Casey's been in the band for 5 or 6 or maybe 7 years. I've been in the band for close to 2. But yeah, it's an endurance game, and just having that vision and seeing it through and believing in yourself.
Yeah, it's basically what it is. You're gonna have a lot of ups and downs, but you got to keep pushing, and I guess just don't give up.
That's good advice to give. Well, so you guys mentioned a new album coming out. Looking ahead, what are some of the goals, aspirations, collaborations, drops, shout outs, anything you guys want to say for Cydeways before we end this?
Anything you want to say?
I don't know. These are great questions.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You might have to repeat that one for me.
Yeah. Say that again.
Shout outs.
Hopefully cut this.
Future stuff coming
Future stuff
up.
coming up.
Anything you guys want to drop?
Summer tour. We're going on summer
Yeah.
tour. Revolution.
Yeah, we're doing a summer tour with Reb, which is all California. Then we have our new album, which is going to drop probably in the fall-ish area.
Yeah.
And we're just excited for new music, and we love touring, so we're just going to continue to tour. And,
Headline tour. We're doing our first headline tour ever.
that's not announced, but yeah, yes.
Oh, sorry. What
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
That's basically it. We're just going to keep hitting the road and putting out music and just keep going.
Oh, man. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.